Good morning and a hearty welcome to all. We are honored to have three Vatican schools from India. We are extremely happy to welcome you, I, Hagar,
Edisa, Zena.
Welcome parents, students, on behalf of BCCIS East to a very special day where you will witness many brilliant performances. India and Egypt, two of the oldest civilizations in the world, have a long-standing experience of close engagement. Ashoka's edicts make reference to his interactions with Egypt under Ptolemy II, even before the Common Era. In the modern era, Saad Zaghlul and Mahatma Gandhi had similar goals for the independence of their nations. This bond would later have similar goals and develop into an extraordinarily close friendship between Gamal Abdel Nasser and Jawaharlal Nehru, which resulted in the signing of the Non-Aligned Movement Treaty between the two nations in 1955. The non-aligned movement naturally arose from this connection. The admiration for India among the population demonstrates the close ties between India and Egypt. Gandhi, Pandit Nehru, and Dr. Zakir Hussain are three Indian leaders whose names bear in three streets in Cairo. This is not the first time we had a cultural exchange with India, and we hope it's not our last. Without taking much of your time, permit us to start the show. If you all could stand up for the Indian national anthem, please.
Jana Gana Mana Adhinayaka Jaya Hai Bharat Bhagya Vidhata Punjab Sindh Gujarat Maratha Dravida Utkala Vanga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Uchchala Jaladhi Taranga तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Please remain standing for the Egyptian national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़.
Please remain standing for the Egyptian national anthem.
Before anything today, we would like our beloved teacher, Mr. Josh, to say a few words. He has an Indian background and he has been living in Egypt for a few years. Please welcome him on the stage.
Namaste. So, welcome to BCCIS. My name is Suresh Mohan Raj. I'm a teacher here at BCCIS. And greetings to delegates from Siri Vatasam. Did I say that right? All right. Welcome to our school. One of the things I want to tell you guys is Egypt loves India. We just recently had a festival in Cairo called India by the Nile. Don't know if you've heard about it. At various events all over Cairo, including we had a dance group come from India with a presentation at the Cairo Opera House, and was well attended. So we have people here that have your heart, would love to know more about us, our culture, and love Indian food, crazy about Bollywood movies. So we have a lot of things that they're very common in. So welcome to our school, and I'd like to introduce our principal to our school, Leslie Lacroix. Leslie, come on up.
Good morning. And I think we have some students here. Is it grade 4? Good morning, grade 4. Oh, thank you. I miss hearing those voices. Welcome. It's really lovely to meet fellow educators. It is the common bond, isn't it, around the world? People that have a love for children, a hope for humanity and the future. Prior to being a principal, I was a history teacher, and a lot of my lessons with our senior students was the history of ancient Egypt, but also ancient India, but then also the modern, more 20th century versions. And you do have so many commonalities and similarities in terms of bringing even into the modern world a very rich history of language, culture, religion, food, clothing. Look at the way you are dressed. Women, you are beautiful. And Egyptians are similarly as amazing in their culture. And then your modern history, interference from outside countries, struggles for independence, very inspiring stories, and I can understand why there would be a close feeling between the two countries. So welcome. As a Canadian, we don't have as deep and long a history except for our Indigenous peoples. And again, they have gone through their struggles with outside interference. And Canada has become that country where it's hard to define us. We are very much a multicultural and diverse, rich community. I believe that Surrey, British Columbia, is the largest Indo-Canadian population of people outside of India. So we are a country that welcomes different cultures, civilizations, immigrants, and we're very proud of that. So as a Canadian in Egypt, I want to welcome you. I'm glad that we have some students here so you get a real feel of the amazing, vibrant energy in this building that's on a daily basis. So welcome. I believe now, who am I welcoming to the stage, or will you do that? Wonderful.
Thank you, Mrs. Leslie. Unfortunately, Mr. Mina is going to be late, so we're going to delay his speech. But for now, we'd like to welcome our honorable chief guest, Dr. Rama Subramanian.
சிறைவான் புனல்தல்லை சிற்றம்பலத்துள்ளும் என் சிந்தையுள்ளும் வருகின்ற சிவபெருமானாகிய நடராஜ பெருமானுடைய திருவுருளாலே இந்த இனிய விழாவிலே கலந்து கொள்ள பெரும்பேறு பெற்றவனாகின்றேன். I'm immensely happy that we are all here to be amidst all of you. My pranams to all of you. Namaste to one and all here. The school, British, Columbian and Canadian International School is very impressive, and we have gone through the school through the arrangements that you have made. It's all wonderful. I'm very happy that with such an infrastructure, facilities you have created, the children will be certainly benefited by the facilities available that are here. Well, with this, I would like to mention a few things about the relationship between our school and your school. When I came, the message given to us is that your school was started in the year 2005, if I'm right. Our school was started in the year 1995. So we are older by 10 years as far as the school age is concerned. With a small number of students, about 84 in the first year, now our school has grown up with 4,000 students. So this is what I just would like to mention. That is also, I mean, our country is a very big country, you know that. So we have to give education to everybody. You cannot leave anyone. No child has to be left without education. Therefore, we have to necessarily take care of the interests of the students. Therefore, we have so many students in our school. Another important point as far as this school, when I came here, is that you are giving primarily importance for even normal schools, normal students, but also disabled, differently abled children. No distinction at all. I should definitely appreciate your school for the excellent, education that you are imparting to the children. With these few words, I would like to say my pranams and thanks to the people connected with the school. First of all, I think he has not come, the Honorable Mr. D.S. Meena, Second Secretary to the Embassy of India here in Egypt. Yeah, my pranams to the Second Secretary and respected Mr. Karim Mustafa, the chairman of the school, and the superintendent of the school, Mr. Bill, Mrs. Leslie, the principal, and we have Nazreen Naujeen, the vice principal. I think she is the person who is coordinating with our school for the past 6.5 years or 7 years. We must record our thanks and appreciation for the meticulous work she has been doing. Exemplary. She has developed an exemplary relationship between the two schools. I must record our sincere appreciation and thanks to her. Without her, this visit would not have been possible. Then Mr. Yunus, General Manager, Mr. Rafat, peer to the Chairman, Mr. Wahid, Regional Executive Director, Mrs. Shaima, Deputy General Manager, Mrs. Rehan, she is the Executive Director, Mrs. Geena, Marketing Manager, Mrs. Shaima, Administrative Manager, Mrs. Rida, Dance Designer, Mr. Ahmed Gama, not but not the least, Mr. Ahmed Gama, journalist from the Akbar Eliom newspaper. I think it is one of the very well-known newspaper in Egypt. I am thankful to this gentleman also. He has come to the hotel. He traveled with us to the school. I must really appreciate and thank him for his gesture. So with this, a few things I just would like to mention about our two schools. As I mentioned, our school is something like a 28-year-old school with different kinds of children, from ordinary families, well-to-do families, very poor families. We make no distinction at all. So education has to be for everybody. Right? It is a right. It is a fundamental right in India to give education to the children. That is an act. So that is what is being done. And we have got the ISO 9000 certification about 15 years back. What has been a very important achievement in our school or by the school is Our school has got the Best International School Award from British Council, UK. That is the reason, we developed a contact with many schools all over the world. In fact, this is the sixth visit, for international visit. During COVID time, we couldn't go for 3 years. This is the sixth foreign visit. First, we went to Taiwan, South Korea, and later on to Europe, particularly to France, and then to other Asian countries like Laos, Cambodia. All these places we have a relationship. This is then next one is Sri Lanka and Maldives, and last visit was to China and Malaysia. I must appreciate one thing as far as China is concerned. They are giving tremendous focus on the on education. I have not seen. We have traveled to different schools, different universities also. They are doing a fabulous work. I mean, the concentration of the student is something really amazing. In the classroom we went, nobody looked at us. When the teacher was teaching, the students were listening to, and nobody even looked at us. So that kind of meticulous, involvement, commitment of the students and also the teachers I could see in that university. That is, I am talking about Beijing University. So that is one thing that all of us will have to learn. And as a student of law, economics, accounts, and politics, I must thankfully recall some of the contributions made by Egypt to strengthen the relationship between India and Egypt. One important event that has taken place, possibly the children of our school, they will not be knowing, it is way back in 1960 or 61, when Mr. Nasser, the former president of Egypt, did a wonderful job. We have one state called Goa, which was a colony for the Portuguese people. And they did not want to leave the place to us. They wanted to treat that place as an integral part, which was not right. And when India wanted to take that into our fold, our then Prime Minister did not want any war. He did not want to wage a war. At the time, he contacted Mr. Nasser. He was so kind, when the Portuguese ship was to pass through Suez Canal, he stopped that, close to that Suez Canal. So the ship could not go through the Suez Canal, and that enabled India to have peacefully Goa as into our fold. This is one important area that I want to mention. And the kind of relationship that our country and Egypt is for a very long time. Since our independence in 1947, we have got a very good relationship. We can celebrate NAM, that is non-aligned movement. There are three people who are important as architect for the movement. One is Mr. Nasser. The other one is Jawaharlal Nehru, the Prime Minister of India. And the third person is Marshal Tito, President of Yugoslavia. These three people joined together and created a separate forum in the world. It is being talked about today as a very important forum or a movement that is non-aligned movement. For this, the contributions made by Mr. Nasser is something phenomenal. I would like to record. So these are all some events that I just wanted to have. What kind of relationship? Already the student who introduced or gave the introductory speech mentioned about a few things. That is, our relationship is something unique. Culture, there is a closeness between our country and your country.
and the kind of places that are to be visited, which are all 4,000 years old. Those things are being preserved, and we were taken aback when we visited so many places, nearly about almost all parts of your country. We are really taken aback. But I'm happy that all these things are being kept very well, and tourism is flourishing because of such act from your side. So I'm very happy about similarly, our country has also a lot of places to be visited. So our two countries can visit each country because tourism will flourish, and at the same time you can appreciate the values of our country too. I would like to, I'm told that the management people of your school, they are also from the business sector. What I would like to mention to you is, as a person who is so much interested in the development of my country, that is India, economically, and also that would be beneficial too for Egypt, you can make investment in India. That's a very peaceful place, wonderful manpower is available. So therefore, I take this opportunity to welcome the business people of Egypt to make investments in our country, which would be beneficial for both of us. And secondly, I am particularly interested in my state, that is Tamil Nadu in India. That is a wonderful place, excellent business environment is prevailing, and many facilities are available in Tamil Nadu. So if you can make a visit, the government will be too happy to extend all the support for establishing excellent business relationship between two countries. So this is what I just would like to mention. And at this stage, I would like to thank all the teachers of both the schools, particularly my teachers who have taken pains to make this visit possible. One of the persons is Anindhi Mani. She is not here, but her contribution is something unique and immense. Mrs. Anindhi Mani is a principal of our school. She has contributed very significantly for making this tour very successful. She is quite far away from here. She is at Tamil Nadu in our school, but her contributions cannot be underestimated. I would like to thank the contributions made by all the people, particularly the trustees of our school, Mr. Payani Loganathan and Mrs. Sita Lakshmi. These people have done unique work, and I would like to thank the tour manager, Mr. Shanmuham. He has made an elaborate arrangement for making this trip very, very successful, and also the tour manager for Egypt is also here. I would like to thank him also. With these few words, I would like to say once again a big thank you, and my pranams to all the teachers, staff members of both the institutions, and the press people, and all other dignitaries who have been invited. Thank you very much once again. A big thank you to one and all.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rama Subramanian, for your speech. It was very enlightening.
Now please hold your breath for the first performance. Yes, followed by our orchestra Shadi, and our students chanting a beautiful performance of Omar Khairat with the video of Egypt's civilization. Thank you so much. That was indeed a lovely performance. After enjoying Omar Khairat's music, come with us to watch a beautiful dance performance performed by Sri Vatisan students.
Jum ta thadam kutak teko da da gradagradagradagada jum taka jum jum ta takita ta da ta jum gradagada jum ta tadam ta rum ta takita ta da tangradagradagada ta rita ta dhanata ta runata ta dhinita ta da jum ta tanam ta tarum takadim takradagada dim ta tarigradagada ta jum dim da ta jum nam da ta jum tam takita dana ta tangira tarigida dim ta tarigida ta jum dim takita jum jum takita tak jum ta jum takita ta jum tarigida ta dam tarita ta dana tarita ta dana ta jum tarita dana ta tangira tarigida ta jum dim ta jum nam dakka dakita jum ta dim tum nam ta tangira digida ta dhanata ta tarigida dhanata ta junata ta dim ta tarita ta dhanata ta dadita dhanata dhanata tangira digida ta dim tarigida ta dim tarigida ta dim tarigida ta dim tarigida ta jum tarigida tangira digida.
Thank you so much.
All right, moving on. Now we will watch our BCCI SE students perform a dance that highlights Egypt's many different cultures from Alexandria
To Ismailia, to Ilnoba.
and going back to our eldest culture, performed by our grade 6 and 7 students.
ببركة كعب وهتعملها قصاد الدنيا هتقولها وخد بقى عهد تعدلها سكت كتير خدت ايه مصر بسكوتك ما تستخسرش فيها صوتك بتكتب بكرة بشروطك دي بشرة خير قوم نادي عالصعيدي وابن اخوك البورسعيدي والشباب الاسكندراني لما تجي لمة رجال وانا هاجي مع السوهاجي والقناوي
After watching this beautiful Egyptian performance, now we will watch an Indian dance performed by our BCCI students. Please give them a round of applause.
After watching this beautiful performance, I think we should learn to dance like them, right? Anyways, some Sri Natesanites students are performing a vocal Carnatic music performance. Please give them a round of applause.
Namaste to one and all present here. I am Matangi of grade 11 from Natesanites Vidyasala. I am going to present a semi-classical Indian song called Maitrim Bhajata. It was written in Sanskrit, one of the ancient languages. It was written by one of the renowned saints called Kanchi Mahaswami. It was sung by one of the legends called M.S. Subbalakshmi Amma in the United Nations. The meaning of the song goes like this. Let there be peace, let there be no war between the nations. Let us all promote universal brotherhood. Maitrim bhajata akila hrijayatrim Maitrim bhajata akila hrijayatrim Atmavadeva paranapi pashyata Atmavadeva paranapi pashyata yuddham त्यजत स्पर्धां त्यजत युद्धं त्यजत स्पर्धां त्यजत त्यजत परेष्वग्रममाग्रमणं त्यजत परेष्वग्रममाग्रमणं मैत्रीं भजत अखिल हृजयत्रीं मैत्रीं भजत अखिल हृजयत्रीं जननी पृथुवी कामदुगास्ते जननी पृथुवी कामदुगास्ते जनको देवः सकल जनको देवः सकल दयालु दाम्यदत्त दयत्वं जनता दाम्यदत्त दयत्वं जनानां श्रेयो भूयात् सकलजनानां श्रेयो भूयात् सकलजनानां श्रेयो भूयात् सकलजनानां. Thank you.
Now that we've enjoyed this beautiful performance, we'd like to move on to yet another Indian dance showcased by our BCCI East students. Please welcome Tala and Lujina on the stage.
We've watched this beautiful dance. Another Sri Natesanites dance is going to be performed. So please give them a round of applause.
That was absolutely a nice dance. Moving on now to our final Indian dance performed by our BCCI students. Please, a big round of applause for them. Thank you, Tala, for this lovely dance. Anyways, an interesting fact you all should know was the annual culture festival known as India by the Nile, IBN, has grown to become the biggest international event in Egypt. Amitabh Bachchan officially established the opening of IBN 2015, which featured Manipuru folk dance, crafts exhibition, yoga and Ayurveda, an Indian fusion musical workshop, street food festivals, and other activities planned and executed under the presence of a public-private partnership. Anyways, let's move on by watching a gymnastic ribbon dance performed by our talented student, Tala Mansoor.
Unfortunately, we're sad to announce that this beautiful show is coming to an end. Now let's end this honorable event with an Egyptian song.
حياتي يا حب عيش وجيل من بعدك
we'd like to thank our BCISE students for this heartwarming performance. And now that this day of cultural exchange has come to an end, we would like to welcome Ms. Leslie on the stage.
Well, thank you. Oh, great force. Thanks for your enthusiasm throughout those performances. They were exceptional. Can we give all our performers one big round of applause for coming and entertaining us today? I'd like to welcome to the stage Mr. Mina. I have a presentation for you. Yes, please, round of applause. Come on up. Very nice to meet you. Thank you so much for bringing your delegation. Very talented. I really enjoyed the dance and the singing performances. They were spectacular. So we have a nice presentation for you. Little gift from BCCIS East. Thank you so much. And the flowers in Egypt are second to none, so we thought you'd enjoy a bouquet. Thank you, everybody. That brings to an end this cultural exchange of ideas and a gathering place. Thank you so much for your attendance. Ms. Nazreen, some final parting thoughts? I think we should have Ms. Nazreen come to the stage since she was the key organizer for all of this. Habibti. Ensi Momtaza.
So much. This is an honor for us to welcome you all here in Egypt, for our Indian delegation, for our admin team, and also for our EduHive representative.
Now we would like Dr. Ramasabaryan on the stage, please. Is there any words you would like to tell them?
I'd like to thank everyone. I'm happy that our second secretary is also here. We are really honored, as he was missing at the beginning, but nevertheless it's a great pleasure meeting him also. Thank you very much, everybody. All the people of the school, we would like to thank.
Thank you, Doctor. Please, Dr. Gathi.
Good morning, everyone. Truly a pleasure to be here to witness this wonderful event. I know a lot of work has gone into this entire teamwork. Truly a pleasure to be here with all of you. Truly a honor, sir, that you could be part of this event as well, sir. Truly a pleasure that the Ambassador Secretary is with us. And wonderful arrangement, Madam Leslie, and beautiful showcase of teamwork. Thank you so much.
Also, sorry because at the beginning, Mr. Mina was supposed to give us a speech, but it was postponed due to him being late. So would you please come on stage and give us a speech?
So, first of all, good morning to everyone. I'm sorry being late today. I'm pleased to be here today. First of all, I wish to express my sincere appreciations to BCCIS and its management for organizing this international students exchange visit program. In my opinion, such visits benefit not only students and teachers, but add valuable experience. These programs provide good exposure to students on both the sides. They develop better understanding about the world in general and particularly about each other's countries. I am happy to note that BCCIS and Indian students together have worked on several projects such as international peace, women and children rights, and cultural exchange. I am sure students from both these sides will be benefited from this type of international visit programs. I wish all the students and everyone best of luck. Thank you.
And a special thank you for Ms. Reda and Mr. Hisham and Mr. Shadi Please, a round of applause. Now I'd like to call Mr. Yunus on stage.
I want to say something, please. It's a very incredible and very, very, very amazing show. I want, on behalf of EduHive and BCCIS, Mr. Rida, I wanted to be here. Many, many thanks for Mr. Rida. Mrs. Rida, sorry, Asif. Sorry. Mrs. Rida, come here. Sorry. Come here. Yeah. On behalf of EduHive and BCCIS, you are a very amazing show and a very amazing job. Yeah, thank you.
Again, a special thank you for Ms. Rida, and Mr. Hisham, and Mr. Shadi for putting their time and showing us this lovely performance. Also, another speech.
We would like to honor some of the top delegates of this institution. It would be a pleasure to do that. May I now request Sujata to take over quickly? We have brought few mementos which represent Indian culture. It would truly be a pleasure for us to give this as a small memento, as a love and respect we have for this beautiful country and beautiful people.
I request Mr. Yunus, General Manager, to come and request our Founder Chairman, Dr. N. Ramasubramanian, to honor him, please. Mr. Bill, Mrs. Leslie, Principal. I request our Chief Principal, Ma'am, Dr. Gayatri Ramachandran, to honor her, please. Mrs. Nasreen Nausheen, Vice Principal, Arabic Education. Mr. Rafat, Assistant to the Chairman. Mr. Rafat. I request our Founder Chairman, Dr. N. Ramasubramanian, to honor him, please. Mr. Wahid, Regional Executive Director. Mrs. Shaima, Deputy General Manager. Mrs. Rehman, Executive Director. To be honored by our trustee, Mr. Loganathan. Mrs. Geena, Marketing Manager, to be honored by her trustee, Mr. Loganathan. Mrs. Geena, Marketing Manager. Mrs. Shaima, Admission Manager. I request our trustee and advisor, Mrs. Sita Lakshmi, to honor her, please. Mrs. Reda, Dances Designer, to be honored by our trustee and advisor, Mrs. Sita Lakshmi. Thank you.
طلع تليفوني لما ناخدها عشان نمسك كده مصور كده. ثواني زي ما انتوا عشان ناخدها في اوكي زي ما انتوا. يلا 3 2 ايه 3 2 1. لو عايزين تقولوا اي حاجه بقى قولوا. عايزين اي حاجه. يلا شيل. يس ميرسي شكرا.